The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
The Jets might have the day off, but their first unofficial depth chart has been announced ahead of their joint practices against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Will Parkinson's going to join me to break down that and a whole lot more. It's the Jake Asman Show, live on a Monday. Let's hit it and get it started.
We sitting in here, we excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Let's go! A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now. Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everyone. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show presented by PrizePicks. Click the thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. If you plan on attending our outing for the Jets and the Dolphins at MetLife in Section 146, we have about 25 tickets left. You better get to the Patreon. Sign in. You'll see right on the dashboard the link to purchase tickets up to 4 for your group in Section 146. Again, that is Section 146, $150 a ticket, includes a post-game field pass. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Jake Asman Show and lock in your spot. Right now, we say hello to a good friend of the program. He's been at a few of the Jet training camp practices thus far. He'll be out there tomorrow when the Bucks come to town. It's our dear friend, the host of the Turn on the Jets podcast, Will Parkinson, Will Pa, who joins us now. Will, you have not been on the YouTube version of the show in a while. I had you in studio on ESPN a couple of weeks back, so nice to get you back in our normal outlet here.
I know it's nice. Been some good ESPN radio appearances, which I'm not going to be mad at. Ran into Neil in the supermarket on a Friday morning or whatever that was, which was insane. But yeah, no, all's good, man. Can't complain.
How did you react to Neil's description of you on my show when he said you were thick?
I mean, listen, I've been called worse. So I'll take it, man. I'll take it. He didn't call me like a skinny bitch. Like that could have happened. So we'll take it.
Anyone who's met you and seen what you look like, yeah, you're definitely not a skinny bitch. So you don't have to worry about that. But
maybe back in the day, maybe back in like 4th grade, but been eating good ever since.
So the Jets, they've announced their depth chart for the upcoming joint practice week and then the first preseason game. Now these are unofficial, but they do tend to give you an idea, at least on some thought process for what the coaches are thinking with groups of players here. So I'm going to put it up on the screen, and why don't you kind of talk us through the offense as I have that up here first. What stood out to you when you saw the Jets officially post this depth chart here with Garrett Wilson? No surprise. I think he's going to make the team. He's their starting wide receiver. What else really stood out here as I figure out why it's not letting me zoom in on this depth chart?
No, that's all good. By the way, I have moved my tickets this year. I was in 308 for the last 7 years. I'm in 146 now, so we will be together.
Wow. Okay, we'll see you October 25th.
I happenstance to that game. In terms of what stands out, I would say, frankly, on the offensive side of the ball, not a lot. I think it's, from what I've seen transparently during practice, this makes a ton of sense. I think when they go 11 personnel, depending on run or pass and different, situations in the game in certain playbooks. Could it be Isaiah Williams? Could it be Omar Cooper? I think there's room for both of those guys to get plenty of reps. I think you'll see a lot of 12 personnel with Mason Taylor and Sadiq when he's healthy. I think you'll see a lot of 12 personnel of Sadiq and Ruckert when he's not healthy. I said this morning, I think the Andrew Beck maneuver around the roster, whether he's a guy that makes the team right out of camp, whether he's a guy who gets cut and brought back right away and different things like that. I think Jelani Woods has played himself so far, Jake, and again, it's been literally 8 practices, but I think he's a guy who's made a case to be on this roster to start the year. So Klubnik QB2, it's pretty much what you've seen. He's taken all these quarterback 2 reps. Makes a ton of sense. That backup offensive line, I think Xavier Newman's a spot to watch potentially. Could they upgrade maybe waiver wire later in the summer? Muji's been active in the trade market. We've seen that with Briggs, Folk, Phillips a year ago. Just if Newman continues with some snaps issues he seems like he may have had. He's a quality like 9th lineman on your offensive line. He knows the playbook. He can play guard and center, but do they maybe feel like there's an option there? Outside of that, it all kind of makes sense. I think it's interesting that Cooper and Williams are both ahead of Tim Patrick, and Patrick got a late start to camp. Again, this is an unofficial chart. I'm sure like Eric Allen probably made majority of this, but I think generally this is kind of what we would expect, right? I think Nwanwu's a return specialist who can play running back. Davis is injured right now. Trinum's who's a guy who I picked as like the Clowney Award winner, projection for the summer. So he'll get plenty of action, and kind of make his impact there. But other than that, Jake, I think generally this is kind of what we would expect, at least on the offensive side of the football.
Let's talk about Klubnik because hold on. Why is there an echo? You hear that?
No, I do not hear it, but I'll mute myself and unmute and see if that's maybe why.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
I guess. Okay.
Chad, if you hear an echo, let us know, because if it's just me, I can do a StreamYard reset. But let me just ask the Klubnik question, and then we'll get to the bottom of this. He's clearly being given all these reps, Will. So as we sit here now on August 10th, what percentage would you put on Cade Klubnik being the Jets' backup quarterback week 1 against the Titans?
65%, 70%, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think, for me, what I would say, like, that's the way I could. Solo. I'm solo hosting the Asman pod. This is awesome. No, I think from a Klubnik perspective, this is what they should be doing. Transparently, Jake. I think, and when he gets back on here, I'll let him pause.
Testing 1.
Yeah, no, I hear you good now.
We're back. All right,
we're back. In terms of what they should do with Klubnik, I think this has been the smart play all along. All off season, all summer, and all spring, giving Klubnik as many reps as possible, because he's going to need those reps whether he's the backup or not. Like, this is a young player who you would hope is going to be here for the next at least 4 years, right? Like, Jake, I know everyone wants to get excited about him, and again, I think we all hope he overachieves here. But if he's just the backup quarterback, that's okay. And by being the backup quarterback, he needs to be a guy that at the snap of fingers can come into a game, God forbid he has to come in, or a short week, and hopefully this doesn't happen, but Gino gets banged up with a concussion week 13 and can't play for a week. Like, Klubnik's going to have to be the guy to step in at that point. I do think that if they make a move per se for an Andy Dalton, I don't think it'll be McKee, but just use Andy Dalton as the name here, right, or whoever it may be. Andy Dalton doesn't need reps at this point in his career. He's a guy who quite literally fits the bill of can come in and come in at a snap of a finger and play football, because that's what he's 15, 16 years into the league. So Klubnik, to me, I think this is the right play. Jake, is as many reps as possible. I want to see him play a crap ton in the preseason, and he's going to make mistakes. He's going to have some nice moments, but he's not going to be able to even win the proverbial backup 2 job and quarterback 2 job unless he's getting all the reps, and that's what they should be doing. So I actually really like that they're not messing around here and working him in with the 4s. Dude, he needs to be able to be a guy that develops, and he's a guy they drafted in the 4th round, which means he should be a rosterable player. And the only way you're going to know if he's a rosterable player is giving him legitimate shots, a ton. So yeah, I like the thought process. Again, I still think there's a chance they make a move for a veteran just in case, and putting some unnecessary pressure maybe on Klubnik. But I think generally speaking, man, I like the way they've kind of gone about this so far.
I mean, you look at the depth chart, and people can see it on the screen. He's listed as QB2 all by himself. They have Zampi and Cook tied together there on the 3rd team. We'll see them, I'm sure, a little bit in these preseason games. But I'm with you, Will. If I was running the Jets, and certainly I'm not, but I'd want to see as much Klubnik as possible, because you're just not going to know unless he gets into some game action. And if you're going to carry a day 3 pick, one hit away from having to come in and be your starting quarterback as your backup to begin the year, I got to have a strong conviction he could play, and the moment wouldn't be too big for him. And you're never going to really know for sure, even if he plays well in the preseason, but you have a better chance of figuring out the answer to that question the more reps you give him in these preseason games.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jake, if I was Glenn, and I'm not, obviously, I would say at most you maybe give Gino a series or two Friday. We'll see. I'm sure he'll talk about it tomorrow morning, and maybe he won't. Realistically, he probably won't. But I would say like maybe you give them a series or two just to kind of they've had a different type of schedule this camp. So maybe they're looking to use the game as kind of a way to get up to speed. And we've seen teams play their starters, we've seen teams not play their starters, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. When Gino's out of there, like I want to see him getting reps with Cooper and Ruckert and Woods and obviously we're not going to see Sadiq yet, but a Braylon Allen of sorts and Isaiah Williams, a Tim Patrick, just to get like as many opportunities to get an idea of what you've got here. Because Jake, again, is it going to really matter if he lights it up in the preseason? No. But is it going to really matter if he stinks? Again, no, but it might incentivize you to say, hey, you know what? We don't really want to have to trade a pick for Andy Dalton. We don't really want to do it. And we don't want to – the Jets, I know, didn't want to do it. There's connection there, but they don't really want to do it back in the offseason. But did they say, hey, you know what? We'll give a 7th-round pick to Philly and we'll pick up Andy Dalton and he'll be our backup to start the year because we just don't think Klubnik's ready? Or does Klubnik go out there and he looks really, really good, man? And we're sitting there going, hey, like maybe he has earned this job, and we can be a little bit more patient and see if maybe there's another veteran arm that just kind of works their way through waivers or things like that. So yeah, this is one of those ones where I think maybe more than anybody, like the preseason will matter for Cade Klubnik more than probably anybody else on this roster, and so it's why you draft a quarterback and developmental guy in the 4th round, and you hope you can have a chance to see what he's got on. We saw with Carson Beck and Haynes King, and we'll see it with some of these other guys and Aller and others that'll play during the preseason. Like this is, if they look like rookies, they look like rookies. But you hope for Klubnik's sake, a guy who played a lot of college football, he's got a chance to look decent against competition. He played transparently for the last 4 years.
Will Parkinson's my guest. Turn on the Jets podcast. Check that out if you're seeking more Jets content. End of this show. If we get 20 names on the wheel, we're going to give away a signed Wayne Chrebet jersey. So big shout out to everyone who tunes in day out. Chrebet jersey is up for grabs at the end of the show. When you enter for the Chrebet jersey, you're entered in our weekly raffle, which will be on Sunday this week. Top prize, the late, great Nick Mangold, a signed helmet by number 74. Prize 2, signed helmet by the great Curtis Martin. Prize 3, signed helmet by a guy I think is going to make the team. He's listed as the Jets' #1 receiver, Garrett Wilson. So Garrett Wilson is our third and final prize there. Again, if you guys have a question for Will, best way to get it answered is to super chat it, and we'll make sure we bring it up on the screen. Let's get to the defense, part of this depth chart here, Will, because I think in terms of the offense, we kind of had a pretty good feeling who the starters were before camp. The defense had more positional battles with some rookies trying to fill some roles, and certainly the secondary up for grabs going into camp. Here's the unofficial depth chart on defense. What catches your attention immediately looking at this?
What catches me immediately was honestly seeing Pons listed as a nickel. I think we had conversations, and I still think Pons will play outside a good amount at some point this year, and maybe it's next year, and when Stevens is maybe moved on and they go to maybe the longer corner in Thomas, and if he earns a job and Pons plays outside and things like that. But that's the one that kind of stuck out to me, it feels like, Jake, the best scenario for the Jets, and I think this is what will end up happening week 1, is Pons will be healthy and he'll start at nickel. I think they'll have Stevens, who had a nice camp, contrary to, I've seen different reporting on it, but I would say Stevens had a nice camp. I think Azaria Thomas will be the other outside corner. You'll see Minka at one slot, and then you'll see Belton, at the other. The caveat is if Malachi Moore has a really nice next couple of weeks, he's another guy who I would list in like the top 5 of needs to have a nice rest of the summer to try to earn more playing time. Played a lot last year. But those secondary spots feel like the ones that are the most there's the most open spots, right? There's the most real true competition on the roster where, again, I think Cisco is probably the 4th safety in a perfect world. And I think that if you look at what he got paid, Jake, of like $1 million guaranteed, that would indicate that they felt like he was their 4th safety as well. But we'll see. Belton's made a lot of plays. Malachi Moore is a guy they drafted and this regime really liked. Minka Fitzpatrick's obviously a no-doubt starter. VJ Payne was carving a rollout for himself, and ended up getting banged up. I saw someone say Pons is a nickel, a 2nd round. Cooper DeJean just got picked as a second round nickel and people want to give him $30 million a year. I'm not saying he's Cooper DeJean, but like, I just don't get that thinking, but whatever. Linebacker's pretty straightforward. Slightly surprised, frankly, that, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but Mykal Walker's like, not saying he's a good player, but he has made a couple of plays. It's just an interesting one to see if he can maybe push, McCrary, Ball, or Maui Noah. And then you go to, the Onyemata, Briggs, Phillips, pretty straightforward there. I think Sweat will, pop into probably one of, I don't know if they'll play both Phillips and Onyemata, maybe, in early downs. But, I would say Sweat's going to play more there. And then Enigbari and Bailey, I think you'll see, if I had to guess, Jake, I think Bailey ends up starting alongside Enigbari or Osai. Osai has not played yet. He's still on PUP. Enigbari's had a nice start to camp. I think Will McDonald will be a guy that's played more of the Bryce Huff role, if you will. That's like obvious passing downs and then working some base downs when the guys rotate. But Bailey's going to have earned a starting spot, I think, by the end of camp. So nothing that's super surprising. I think that's probably how I would personally line up, where I think on passing downs, they'll be more likely to bring in a third safety if they need to, or a nickel, and play Minka more, closer to the line of scrimmage maybe. And then on some of the rundowns, they'll probably bring in, whether it's Brownlee or a third linebacker or whatever it may be to kind of play the run a little bit better. So we'll see how they line up. But I think there's not really a lot of surprises. I just think, again, it's hard. Sweat, Osai, Pons, and Bailey are all banged up in different varieties at the moment. That's your four guys that you expect to be starters. I'll be back, but that's it.
What's the deal with Joseph Osai? Because between him and Sweat and Bailey rolling his ankle, Pons hasn't played yet. Other than Sadiq, it feels like all the injuries have been to key defensive guys. So give me your thoughts on Osai.
Yeah, I think we'll see. I think we'll see. I don't really transparently have a ton of insight into that one. I think there doesn't seem to be any concern. I think maybe see him this week. We could see him tomorrow or maybe next week. I think we'll start to get these guys back. I wonder if we'll see Bailey tomorrow. It'd be really nice to, it'd be nice to see Bailey against Wirfs and Godkey and these guys and get some one-on-one reps.
I got some news for you. Wirfs, I don't think he's going to practice this week.
Ooh, that blows.
I know. I looked into it.
It's actually annoying in general. Like, I want to see Will McDonald go against him. You want to see Enigbari. You want to see some. I don't know. It's kind of stinks.
He's got a hamstring. Bull said last week, could miss a couple weeks. So I doubt they're rushing him back to be out there in a joint practice against the Jets when he's been an All-Pro. So I'd be surprised if we see him, which is a bummer because, it's one thing for Bailey to have success against Olu and Membu. That's a great sign. He's getting some reps. He's winning against Tristan Wirfs. You got something there with that number 2 pick.
Yeah, it just would have been nice, right? You want to see best on best. You want to see Pons, in the nickel against the Chris Godwin, right? You want to see an Ibuka, right? And again, I just think that's, you want to see Bucky Irving, in some of these kind of reps go against some of these young safeties and one-on-ones and how they're able to cover and things like that. So, yeah, to be honest, the joint practices are really good. I think you're going to be able to see, you'll get more out of it than even some of the inter-squad scrimmage stuff because, again, it's just hitting another color and teams are not, throwing your own playbook at you over and over and over again. But, yeah, I think, that's things about worse. But, again, generally speaking, yeah, you'd like to see, again, I don't know what the deal is. I think Pons will be back, if I had to guess, next week, maybe beginning or middle of next week. I think Bailey's, they say he's day-to-day. That could be a week. That could be no time at all. They've been off for the last couple of days. And then, the Sweat thing, I think.
Getting nervous about Sweat.
There's a lot of controversy about me and Zach saying the exact same thing and being taken as I said he would be back towards the end of camp, and Zach, it wasn't serious. He'd be back towards the end of camp. But point being, I think he's been working off to the side even since day one, Jake, when I was there. So I think he's probably not that far away. He's just.
What does he weigh right now?
Oh man, I don't know. I would say I don't think he's 340. But I think he's a.
Is
guy
he more than 400? Because Antoine Staley said he looks like 400.
I mean, to be honest, he's also. Antoine's awesome, and I'm not saying he's wrong. He probably is right. I have no idea. The only thing I'll caveat is the day I saw him, or the 2 days I saw him, he's working on a hoodie underneath the jersey. So it's kind of hard to tell if it's is he that big or is he just in a baggy hoodie and making himself? But He's a guy
His listed weight is 366 on the Jets website. How many pounds above that is he?
He's probably 380 is what I would guess. If I was guessing based off of that. But he's a guy who needs to play himself into shape, so you want to get him back by August 23rd, I'll say, right? Post like that final week of the preseason in the, about 2 to 3 weeks or 2 weeks before game day. You want to see him work himself into shape where he can give you 25 reps opening day. No, I don't think you're asking for 60 reps week one. I think you're getting, can you get 25 reps, some early rundowns, and can he push the pocket a few times? And, maybe he's able to push the pocket once or twice in a big situation. So, yeah, I don't know what he exactly weighs, but I think you'll get him and Pons feel like they'll be back soon. But again, it's just, I don't think the Jets are pushing some of these guys that they kind of had their eyes on week one more than during camp, which is frustrating from a fan perspective, but it's also, you get kind of why they're doing it.
Leon says Sweat's probably 3 ham sandwiches from being Mekhi Becton.
Jesus Christ. Some poop stains maybe from Mekhi too.
Hungry Hippo says Sweat looking like Becton's dad.
Jesus Christ.
All you need to know about Tavondre Sweat is he's Gary's 3D Boxing's favorite player to ever play for Texas, the University of Texas.
Man.
Already got the jersey for him.
Yo Holmes had a nice zinger in there too. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. Over 4 bills for sure. What a beast.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line.
450 and just eats up 9 blockers, honestly.
I got a guy for that if that's what the Jets need.
Don't think I'm not stupid, son.
Great quote from Beast. Beast just said, quote, "Don't think I'm not stupid."
Damn right. And this, my folks, get your brand new Ultimate T-shirt.
Beast, if Aaron Glenn calls you and says, "I need you to go be a big run-stuffing defensive tackle filling in for Tavondre Sweat week 1, can you give us a couple reps? Now, you're not an offensive lineman. You're a defensive lineman trying to attack the quarterback. Downset hut. Same thing. You're not an offensive lineman. You're a defensive lineman trying to attack the quarterback.
All start.
You have superpowers. You got to fly over there.
Now, Will, I think the issue is echo again. I have to do a reset. The issue is Glenn's got superpowers. However, I don't think he can fix Beast. That technique was rough.
That was tough. I got to be honest. I'm not sure what I just watched, other than that was awesome. I don't know what that was. That was crazy. That was a crazy technique on that rip move. That was a pancake waiting to happen.
That it was. All right, I gotta do. Give me 10 seconds. Gotta fix this echo. Here we go.
As maniacs, baby.
Testing 1, 2, and we're back. All right. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard today, but thanks for dealing with the tech issues, everyone.
If it makes you feel better, I had a disastrous situation on Friday. I recorded a 45-minute pod with Brandon Thorne. Had some unbelievable quotes in there. I had to re-record it.
You did it twice?
I had to do it. Not a single thing was recorded except for my voice. And it was a disaster. 45 minutes is gone. Asked him with a guest, and it was all gone. And it was some of the best quotes of the offseason. I'm just really hyped on Membu and Pittman and Olu and God damn it. What a disaster that was. So technology sometimes, man.
Yeah, I've been there before. It's rough. There was a huge interview I did once.
You were saying about me repping Oklahoma. I rep Oklahoma because of my brother. So I'm not an Oklahoma fan, except for right now. I'm a diehard Oklahoma fan until he's no longer there.
Yep. If your brother goes in the transfer portal, you follow him.
Yeah, he is transfer portal god. So we'll be locked in on some OU games this year.
Dominic, thank you. I got you down in the Asmaniac raffle for 1. Excellent job gifting a membership to the community. Also, want to get to Colin Wolford, who gifted a membership. So we're up to 2 of the 20 we need. Take it back. Rat Diddy giving us 2 more with a $10 super chat. So thank you, Rat. his question for Will is, what are your thoughts on the backup defensive line interior guys like Darrell Jackson, Page, and Mozzie at camp? I don't want to speak for you, Will, but I've been impressed hearing all the stuff about Darrell Jackson Jr. so far. You've seen him a couple more times than I have. What has stood out to you about him and some of these other guys?
What stood out is he's a gigantic human. The Jets are like, and Glenn talked about this, and I think there was a pretty big emphasis on this, and it was something they did in Detroit and it's something that did in New Orleans, and they're a way bigger team, dude. Like, offensively, they're a bigger team. They're faster, obviously. Defensively, they're far bigger up front. Like, it is you'll see it, like, it looks very different. Obviously, we talked about Sweat, and we can debate how heavy or not heavy he is. He's a massive human. Onyemata is a giant. Harrison Phillips is obviously a big boy himself. Bari is huge. David Bailey's no like spring chicken in terms of, or no like slouch in terms of size as well. And then you look at Darrell Jackson's massive. I believe he's 11-inch hands. He came off the plane from Shrine during the Senior Bowl, and he one arm just eviscerated one of the Iowa offensive linemen in one-on-ones, and it was like, well, this guy's massive. So yeah, no, he's big, and he's had a good impact performance so far. So I think they'll end up, maybe they keep 4, maybe they keep 5. But Mozzie Smith has had hamstring. Peyton Page is maybe a kind of borderline roster guy, but I think that core 4 group of Sweat, Onyemata, Phillips, and Jackson as those interior 1 and 3 techs where they can play, 3 eyes, where they can play, Enigbari, McDonald, Osai, Bailey, and then there's probably one more spot there. I think it'll come down to maybe how do they feel about Sweat as an interior defensive lineman, or how do they feel about a guy like Osai, and do they keep him a 5th kind of edge rusher / outside linebacker?
Going to be fascinating to see if this defense can truly stop the run, because there's no excuse for them not to be. They got all the players Glenn wanted.
Stopping the run. Bailey's been much better against the run, by the way, than anyone wants to give him credit for. Look, I'll say this till the cows come home. I'm not sure there's a person that was more hyped about David Bailey in like December than me in January. And I let myself kind of fall into the Arvell Reese hype of just like how impressive some of the measurables are and some of the physical traits and what he could become. And I think he's going to be a really good player. Like, all the reports at Giants camp is exactly what you kind of thought he was going to be. But Bailey has been really good against rushing the passer. We've seen it, the first step explosiveness, his ability to beat, tackles with speed and beat tackles with some power at times. Jake, I've seen a lot of plays him making plays in the run game, and it's forced fumble on Saturday in the run game. He's had multiple TFLs. He had 3 TFLs one of the practices. Another practice, he did a really good job of just closing down a gap as a cutback lane, shuffled down the line, was able to make a play. So, again, Enigbari is really good against the run. Osai is good against the run. If Bailey can be a good player, a 3-down player, it's really exciting, man. Like, DeMario's awesome against the run, obviously. And Sherwood, as your free runner, again, is he a perfect player? No, but if he's the worst run defender on your defense, at least you're in a decent situation. Again, we know Phillips, Sweat, Onyemata are really good against the run as well. So Jackson as well. So I think they should be pretty good run defense-wise. I think the questions are more for me of just like, do they put their secondary in a position to be successful? And, how can they be a better blitzing team than they were a year ago? And hopefully they don't have to blitz a ton, because that means Bailey and McDonald and these guys are getting home with 4 or 5, which they did a terrible job of a year ago. So, again, I don't expect this defense to be a top 10 group. I think it's going to be like the 17th best group in the league by, DVOA and some of those kind of total yards metrics. But I think they're going to have a lot more turnovers. I think they're going to be a more impactful defense. And if they can do that and their offense can be around middle of the pack, which I think Jake, me, and you both feel like maybe the offense is even more exciting than the defense, and the specials are decent, at least that gives them a chance in every week where they're not just getting blown off the field in one segment of one of the final thirds of the group. And I feel like, again, last year at times the defense was Swiss cheese, as we know, and the offense was putrid. So they never really had a chance outside of a few games. That just can't happen again this year, and I don't expect it to.
Speaking of takeaways, we're presented by PrizePicks. They have odds for Minka Fitzpatrick.
Extension, Jake. 3 years, $106 million extension.
Quinnen?
3 for 106.
Wow, good for him. Good for Big Q.
I can tell you the Jets were not giving him 3 for 106.
Well, we knew when they traded him that part of it was...
He wasn't taking it from the Jets. He obviously was kind of good on the losing, and who could blame him? But that is...
$35 million a year.
a lot of money. So, yeah.
With respect to Quinnen, I hope the Cowboys are somehow terrible because give us another top 15 pick.
Yeah, I mean, listen, have you seen the Colts receiver room? They could, Adonai Mitchell will be their number one. Be their number one receiver at the moment with everyone injured. Sorry to step on your ad read there, but big.
You're good.
I saw the breaking news come through.
Well, speaking of money, like Quinnen Williams just got paid. How about Minka Fitzpatrick on PrizePicks? Will, see what I did there? Code HMA. Play your first $5. Get $150 back in lineups if you win. Here's a future prop for Minka. It's only 1.5 total interceptions. He had one last year. He had another pick, but it was on a 2-point conversion, so it doesn't technically count as an INT. I'd be surprised if Minka can't get 2 interceptions here, but maybe this is me being a Jet fan first and foremost. What say you? The one practice I was at, it was cool to see Minka kind of line up everywhere, but I just think 2 is such a low number for him to have to reach. I think he could do it. So I'd go more on this. What say you?
Didn't Dylan Terraman have a nice nugget on here that he's been a Pro Bowler and All-Pro every year he's not been in Miami? I feel like he said that on your show yesterday or something like that.
Did he?
I think he did. Or he tweeted. I don't know. I saw it from our guy Dylan that like every year he's.
You're right. Every year he hasn't been a Dolphin. It's been a year he made the Pro Bowl.
By the way, Quinnen Steele is now 5 for 153 total, with over 101 million guaranteed. So he'll be there for a while. But no, I think Minka, you feel like, can he be around 3 interceptions and maybe 1 or 2 forced fumbles and just a really solid player on the back end? Like, I personally would be maybe a more on this Minka prop. I think he'll be put in a lot of situations to be successful and turn the football over. So, I don't know. That feels really low, but again, it's the Jets' tax because they quite literally didn't have an interception last year, so it's hard to blame the books.
Right. It's like I'm going to try and take advantage of the Jet tax here by making some money on like some of the numbers, like Geno Smith 14.5 passing touchdowns. I mean, come on. Unless he's hurt, which no one can predict. The idea that Geno Smith doesn't throw at least 15 touchdowns is crazy. The only scenario he wouldn't is if he got hurt. And even if you say, well, Klubnik's going to play at the end of the year, 15 touchdowns. Look at his numbers on PrizePicks. It's 14.5 passing touchdowns.
Geno's, we'll do this. I'll do this. Well, again, let's even include the Raiders here because I'll be.
With the Raiders, he had 19 last year.
I was going to say, I'll be like, whatever, and not.
He had 19 and 15 games last year.
The last 64 games he started, okay? Even again, I'm including the Raiders year as much as that was bad. He averages 4,051 yards, 24 touchdowns, 14 picks, with a completion percentage of 68. And that's including being one of the 3 worst quarterbacks in the league last year. Again, I don't think anyone's sitting here, and maybe people are, I don't think anyone's sitting here saying Geno is going to be the guy that everyone thought he was going to be going into 2025 or the guy he was in 2022. But, like, dude, if he's at 2,600 yards and 15 touchdowns, this team is picking probably 1 overall. And maybe people will be happy about that. And, again, I'm sure we'd all talk ourselves into, like, hey, it all happened for a reason. They're terrible.
Well, he did what Glenn said he'd do in that scenario.
Yeah.
Got us to the promised land.
He got us to the Drew Mestamaker promised land.
You're a Mestamaker guy.
I'm a huge Mestamaker guy, dude. I mean, we got to see what he looks like against, Power 5 competition consistently. But, yeah, that Oregon-Oklahoma State game week 2 will be a ton of fun. I don't know if Oklahoma State's going to be good enough, but it would be pretty exciting if he balls out and we can have 4, 5, 6 quarterbacks that are playing good football late into December, where last year was like, hey, and I did it, we all had to do it. Like, Dante Moore has to come out, and then he had 5 turnovers against Indiana, and D'Angelo Ponce pick-sixed them right away.
I was so happy when he didn't come out. Think about how different the feeling with this team would be.
Then when he went on ESPN and did the whole thing, I'm like, okay, I'm good.
I just don't want this coaching staff with Dante Moore. Prove that you belong before we give you the number 2 pick in the draft.
What about the farting in the huddle thing? That was a little odd. I don't know.
What happened?
Yeah, he'd rip ass in the huddle to get guys to laugh before each series. And it was just one of those things that I didn't need to know. Good for you, I guess, but very weird. I'll send you the clip after this.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Oh yes, it's very weird. I'm a huge Jaden Mayava guy. Obviously, I love USC. Everyone that keeps talking about that, Mayava, I'm awesome. I'm confused. I'd be interested why people are so anti-Mestamaker when his first year as a starter, since middle school, he led the country in yards and touchdowns and completion percentage. I don't know. I feel like I've seen a lot of that. I had a clip on our socials about this, and I was just like, oh, if he has a really great year, like that'd be 2 years in a row where he's awesome, and he'd have 27, 28 starts, 30 potential starts, and like he'd be really good, and he's massive, huge arm, big quarterback. I mean, who knows if he even comes out? It's interesting why people weren't huge fans of him, but I think it's people probably are burned by the Zach and Zachs of the world that are like really hyped up at a smaller school, quote unquote.
Wouldn't it be nice if they just have the number 1 pick and it's just Arch Manning done? Like it's one of those years where it's the obvious pick.
And like Arch actually is good the whole year, and not just for like 4 or 5 games. Or I don't know. Pick your CJ Carr's amazing all year. And again, who knows if it'll come out, but CJ Carr's just great. Jake, I've said this a million times, and I said this on ESPN Radio with you. The ideal scenario for the Jets, if you want to be all in on like both them being good, but also everyone else being bad, like the Colts tanking this year and being bad, or the Jets being in range to be able to trade up to quarterback they need to or whatever, and 4 or 5 guys playing really good football, and like these young guys on the Jets playing well, and they actually playing a meaningful game in December, and they can do again, it's just the example, but similar with the Bills and the Ravens and the Chiefs and the Giants and the Eagles and a lot of these teams have done, where they like are good enough and then they trade up for their quarterback, or they get their quarterback in a different way other than just being bad. That would be nice to like be able to root for wins and enjoy it, but also like the Colts just go 3-14, and it's like, hell yeah, man! Like, how do we walked away with our quarterback and Leonard Moore at 12. They're not going to last till 12, but you know what I mean? Like, whatever it is. I'm just using an example. Hey, we ended up a quarterback in Cam Coleman, and we won 7 games, and like Armand Membu was an All-Pro. Like, again, it's probably the very glass half full way to think about it. But I'd like to see them be competitive to start the year, and then we can kind of evaluate where we're at in the hopefully they win games versus tank thing. Like, I'd rather that just be a conversation in December than it is like in September. I just would like to see an interesting game week 1 and kind of go from there.
Well, I mean, you basically reference where I was going to go next. They got to win week 1 then. If you want to entertain having a fun year and being 4-4 through 8, if you win week 1, it's plausible that you could also then beat the Browns at home, the Dolphins at home, and the Raiders at home. I found 4 wins. It's plausible for you to be 4-4 through 8 if you could win those games. It's plausible. It's not impossible. Like, that's the whole thing. They lose week 1. You're playing a must-win game where half your stadium is Packers fans in week 2. Like,
you don't need that.
Like, win week 1, and the Jet fans will be there in the opener. Lose week 1, and it's going to get loud very quickly because this team's facing a must-win game in week 2, and then you're going on the road to play Chicago and Detroit. So win week 1.
Yeah, man. Like, the
Titans' offensive line is apparently ass. I'm talking to Jared Stillman every day about how bad Cam is.
I said it on with Tanky V and Ryan too. He was like, the Titans' offensive line. Dude, please go look at their depth chart. They are built like a worse version of the 2022 Jets. It's like Calvin Ridley's in the Corey Davis role. Carnell Tate's in the Garrett Wilson role. They have a young quarterback who's extremely inaccurate and always improvises, but isn't actually accurate at all. Their offensive line stinks. They have a good running back. Breece Hall was obviously a different animal that first 7 games, but like the defense has Jermaine and JFM and Jeffrey Simmons in the Quinnen role, and Jacob Martin's a starter for them. Their linebackers, the Jets linebackers in 22 were awesome, but like Titans linebackers aren't good. The secondary has a lot of questions going into the year, but hey, they might be good. They signed Cordell Flott, who's in the DJ Reed role. It's like, what am I watching? It's just, I don't know. Maybe who knows what the Jets will do week 1, right? And we'll know a lot about this team. And Jake, you've made a good point on this, and I actually don't disagree. Like, I don't know if I'd go as far as to say it's must win, but it's must be extremely competitive in that game to the point where we're like, there's a reason to be excited about week 2. They cannot show up and lose 23-6 and look terrible and like just be this slot fest. Like, we can't be leaving on the same on the same flight out on Sunday. We cannot. That can't be the case.
No, I'm Monday morning because I got to do a post game show right after this miserable game that you're describing.
Smart man. But yeah,
it's only smart if they win. I'll be thrilled that I have the Monday flight if I can enjoy a victory.
I did the flight out of London, and I wanted to kill myself. So.
I did the Monday red eye back from London the year prior, so I know that flight well too.
What a disaster! But no, look, man.
Your London experience might have been worse than mine from a game because the one I was there for, like, least the Jets scored points and they had a chance at the end. Like the game you were at was just awful football, and they lost because of inept coaching. Like the quarterback play was
I ended
abysmal.
up on the jumbotron headbutting my phone. So, listen, drank a lot of beer, didn't eat a lot of food, watched a terrible football game. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
Jets football, baby. Couple minutes left with Will. Major Prunage, thank you for the super chat. Jake, congrats on 50K. Thanks to the laughs. Well, thank you, Major Prunage. If you're just tuning in, everyone, sign Wayne Corbett jersey is our prize today, so make sure you enter for your chance to win that at the end of the stream. Major Prunage also has a super chat for Will. He says, Will, is the dark bot rumor that Beast is the love child of King Kong Bundy and the fabulous Moolah true?
You ever watch The Office and he's like, I'd love to be a part of an inside joke someday. I gotta be honest, I'm sure this is extremely hilarious. I have no idea how to translate that, and I don't want to say something that's gonna make me look like an idiot, but I'll just say yes. He is that.
Well, let me ask you this. Are you Team Beast or Team Nightbot? I'll fill you in real quick. So Beast is Beast. You met him earlier. Nightbot has been fighting with Beast in the chat. He wrote in before, Beast, you better watch yourself or I will eliminate you. Fear me. I'm your worst nightmare. He said that Beast Breaker's bed bug started to go fund me to escape his room. Are you on the side of the Beast and the Dark Alliance or Nightbot?
I mean, Nightbot's throwing out some absolute gems of insults. I mean, my goodness. Bed bugs wow, that's pretty good stuff right there.
I think you answered the question then. So Will seems to be
actually after that form from Beast, I don't know how I can't pick Nightbot.
See? Another man on the Nightbot side. It's sad to see what's happening around here. Chicken Jenkins wants to know how the left guard we got from the Raiders is done. Have you heard anything or noticed anything with Dylan Parham at left tackle or left guard, the new John Simpson replacement?
Haven't noticed him once, Jake, which is the best thing I can possibly say about a offensive lineman. He's built very differently than John Simpson. He is all lower body. He's got probably the world's biggest ass. He's just built like a left guard. Like he is not like he's just a sturdy dude who not extremely athletic, but like is going to be able to be fine. He gets the job done. We'll see what happens. Simpson apparently is having a horrendous camp. If you search Twitter, the beat is kind of beating him up a little bit in Baltimore. So, look, Simpson was the most penalized offensive lineman in the league last year, and they had to move on, especially for the price in which he got. I think Parham is a fine fourth or fifth offensive lineman. If he's bad, you'll move on. If he's not bad, you have him for $8 million next year, which is awesome. And he's a cheap kind of option at left guard, and you'll probably draft either a center or a left guard, in the upcoming offseason.
This one is from Leon, who wants to know, how would you feel about Sooner Mayfield if the Jets are 7-10 or 8-9?
I'll keep this one quick. I think the Baker one is so nuanced on how this year goes. I think I'll put it to you this way, Jake. If they're good enough, let's just say they go 8-9, the Cowboys go 10-7, whatever. All three picks are in like 16 and whatever. Obviously, trading for Baker, what would it cost? Things like that. At that point, if Geno's good enough to keep you at 8-9, aren't you still trying to find a way to go get up and get a quarterback and have Geno just be your bridge and or is it like, you know what I mean? I just feel like it's an awkward. If Geno's good enough, you'd rather have him for a couple $1 million as your bridge at that point and just draft a guy. I get the argument for Baker, and I'm not anti it. It's hard to convince myself of like, I'm going to give up. I don't know how many picks it's going to cost. Again, I think that's also into it. But again, I'm not anti it. I don't know if it's as exciting as it seems. Just like, I don't know. It's not a slam dunk. It works, let alone like, what's the upside for you? Again, relevancy is the goal. But at that point, I'm not giving up a 1 and giving a guy $50 million for relevancy. If it's a second-round pick, Jake, and it's like, and that's all it costs, and you can get 3 really good players, then maybe you have a different conversation. I still think the roster would be a good spot to build through the draft and kind of pay some veterans on the market to really give your guy a Sanchez-like surrounding cast in 27 and 28.
I agree with that premise. I think it's impossible to answer this question until you know where the Jets are picking, where the Colts.
If there's another bad year and he gets hurt again, you'd start to be like, I don't know,
right,
man. A couple years in a row, he's getting banged up now. And if he has a great year and Tampa doesn't pay him, I know Rich said this, like, I would be a little concerning if Tampa's like, you're not a $50 million a year guy if he goes out and has 4,500 yards and 35 touchdowns. Like, it'd be a little weird. I think this is a classic case of like, this will get done. I wouldn't be shocked if like we get the classic Schefter week 1 tweet. It's like, oh, Baker Mayfield, and shock of all shocks.
Yeah, like Dallas and Dak a couple of years ago.
It's a 2-year, $114 million extension. You're like, great, that was for nothing. So yeah, I'm not anti it. I understand the premise. I just don't know that it's really hard to answer transparently.
Yeah, I agree with you. And like my preference is to do it through the draft, but we got to see if this quarterback class lives up to some of the hype, where the Jets are picking. I don't think Baker's going to end up being a Jet. No. if I had to guess.
I'd enjoy it, but like I don't know if it's just even a realistic possibility.
And I like Baker, and it'd be fascinating to see him be a Jet after having Darnold and what could have been if, Darnold went 1 like we all thought he was going to go that year until everything went crazy. The day of the draft, we got news that Baker's going 1, but who knows? But I'm with you, Will. Let me get you out of here with this updated record prediction right now. We'll get you on, of course, before the start of the year, but you're usually more on the optimistic side. Have we gotten to 9 or 10 wins yet? Are we at 11?
No,
Can we get to 11 and 6?
I got to see it against another caller first. I'm probably at 8 and 9. I'm sure I'll talk myself into 9 and 8. But for right now, I'm at 8 and 9. I'm at 8 and 9 with we feel pretty good about, dude, I've already addressed me crashing out over Bailey. I didn't crash out over Bailey over Reese. I was disappointed in the time, and I moved on. But yeah, I still think 8 and 9 right now, but we'll see. We'll see kind of what happens and how, they got to get a good year out of a lot of guys. And so it's hard to count on that until we see some of these guys healthy as well.
You're the man, Will. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, guys.
Will Parkinson, part of the Nightbot Army, with us there. Turn on the Jets podcast. Check it out. Got a giveaway at the end of the show. For those of you just tuning in, speaking of podcast, if you ever want to download this show as an audio podcast, it's available for you on Apple Podcast and Spotify. I was told July was our most downloaded month that we've had ever, which is amazing because there's no football in July. So the podcast numbers are growing. That's helped the YouTube subscriber number jump. So big thank you to everyone who consumes the show, either on audio or on video every day, live on YouTube at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. And then all the YouTube shorts we've been posting, those have been doing well. So big thank you to everyone who continues to tune in to watch all of our content. We're going to get to your calls coming up, but we were just talking about Baker Mayfield. So I have the clip from the collective where Rich Cimini and I batted that one around. But first, let's get to the voting in the Azzy Awards for this episode of the show. We're down to our final award, but it's going to take 3 total shows to determine the winner. So the Rookie of the Year award is the final Azzy Award for 2026. There are 8 people nominated for the Rookie of the Year award: Amanda Madison, Lou B, Derek the Kansas Jet fan, and The Dream, part of Group 1. Group 2 features The Rooster, Mad Max, Doc Jet fan, and Mimosa. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to run an Azzy poll right now. The top 2 will advance to the final poll for Rookie of the Year. Then tomorrow, during my show in the 10 a.m. hour, we're going to run the poll for Group 2. Top 2 will also advance. That will bring us down to 4 Rookie of the Year finalists. And then tomorrow afternoon, during show number 2, the Azzy will be up for grabs for Rookie of the Year. So now that I've explained it, you all see the nominees. It means it's time to vote in Group 1 of the Azzy Award for Rookie of the Year. Hit it.
Cast your vote for the best. It's time for the Azzy Award. It's time for the Azzy Award. Cast your vote for the best. It's time for the Azzy Awards.
Vote, vote, vote. Your vote determines who wins the Azzy Award. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue that Baker Mayfield conversation. Rich Cimini was staunchly against bringing in Baker. Do you agree or disagree with Rich's rationale? I'll play it, then we'll react, plus plenty of your calls. Again, this is from our most recent Jets Collective episode. Think of Baker's unhappiness with the Bucs. He wants a new deal. He feels slighted that Tampa didn't offer as many years and the amount of money he's looking for. Your thoughts just on the Baker Mayfield situation? Because I know a lot of Jet fans would love the idea of Baker Mayfield somehow being the future quarterback of the New York Jets.
I think that would be a mistake for the Jets to do that. That is my own personal feeling. I know Jet fans or want him. I don't think they would do something like that. I mean, he wants $50 million a year. He's not a $50 million a year quarterback. So he's 31 years old. I looked over the last 2 years. I think he ranks 13th in QBR. So you're talking about a quarterback who's probably in that 12 to 16 range in terms of the pecking order of starting quarterbacks. I wouldn't do it. I mean, first of all, he'll probably get franchised. If he has a good year, he'll get franchised, and the Bucs will probably re-sign him to a long-term deal. If he doesn't have a good year, and maybe they franchise him to try to do a trade, a tag and trade, do you really want him then if he's coming off a bad year? So I just have major problems with that. That is not the Jets' plan. If you take on a 32-year-old quarterback, sign him to a 4-year, $200 million contract, you are blowing up your entire financial structure after years, well, not years, maybe a couple of years of carefully plotting all this cap room and building through the draft. They're going to have over $100 million in cap room. Everything has been methodically planned out to try to draft a quarterback and drop him into what they hope is a really strong supporting cast. If you go out and get Baker, that changes all those plans. And haven't the Jets done? They just did this with Aaron Rodgers. You get someone else's quarterback, it often doesn't work. So as to quote Parcells, how many times do you have to get hit in the face with a skunk before you realize it stinks? So I think that would be a major mistake to go down that road. Why aren't the Bucs, if he's such a good quarterback, why aren't the Bucs signing him now? You would think they know him better than anyone. They know the warts, they know the strengths, they know everything about Baker Mayfield, and yet they are reluctant to give him what he wants. What does that tell you?
So, for the record, I agree more with you than what I'm about to say, but the devil's advocate here, right? What if the Jets are in a spot where they win 6 or 7 games? It's similar to this past year where this quarterback class we're anointing a year out doesn't live up to it. Maybe there's only a couple quarterbacks available. The Jets, even with their extra picks, aren't in position to even move up and get one of the quarterbacks. The Giants a few years ago, they had picks. They wanted to trade up, and the Commander said, no, we're taking Jaden Daniels. The Patriots said, no, we're drafting Drake May. Like, what if the Jets are in a spot where there's no obvious plan again at quarterback? I would only say I want to see how it plays out because, well, you're right, paying Baker that kind of money, it's expensive, but it's not like the Jets are paying anyone on their current team, and he's a good quarterback. I think he's got the right personality, that chip on his shoulder to handle playing in New York. I think you got to be like Baker Mayfield, or you got to be like Eli Manning if you're going to play quarterback in this market. And I think it'd be different than Rodgers or Favre because those guys were 40 years old. Baker would be 32, which 32 years old, I mean, you still could play 3, 4, 5 more years at a high level. And the Jets, I think, could protect him with their O-line. So I think I agree with you, Rich. I just would want to know what are my other options and what would it cost in a trade to even get Baker in the first place. I don't think I'd trade a top 10 pick for him, but I got 3 ones. If the Cowboys pick is in the late 20s and that in a 3rd round pick would get it done, I'd have to at least consider it if I don't feel good about my other options at that position.
Well, the one thing I will grant you, and you're right about, we don't know the landscape yet. You know, we don't know where the Jets are picking. We don't know which quarterbacks are going to be in the draft. We don't know how viable it would be to trade up into the top couple of selections to get one of those top quarterbacks. We don't know if the Jets have a bad year. We don't know who the coach will be. You know, does he have a previous association with Baker Mayfield? You know, maybe he does, and that becomes a natural fit. So there's a lot of variables, a lot of unknowns right now. I'm just saying here, based on what I know now, I would not make that move because I think you could find someone in the draft who's very talented and develop that player. Baker is, I agree, he's got the personality to handle New York. He's had some injury issues. He's a smaller guy. We know that. You know, he's only about 6'1". Body tends to break down a little bit. Went through some injuries last year, obviously affected his performance. But Tampa Bay's a pretty smart front office. I think those guys do a good job there. And so it gives me pause a little bit. You know, if they're not extending him right now, you know, like there's something there. And so that's my feelings right now. Maybe it'll change. If the Jets can't get into the top 10 next spring to draft someone, maybe it changes a little bit. We'll see.
I'm laughing at this comment from Leon because I agree. If BT was here, he'd be saying trade for Baker now. I could definitely see. We'll have to ask BT next week where he stands on this. I could definitely see Brandon Tierney saying, "Get him now. He could help the team win right now. He's better than Gino. We got a team." You know, if BT was on the episode with us this past week, he'd say, "Get him here now." But look, I see both sides of it. I just think you can't make a definitive answer till we see what the Jets look like this year, who our coach is. What are the other options at quarterback? I like Baker Mayfield a lot, but he's a smaller quarterback who's dealt with some injury issues. The one thing I would say, teams do dumb things all the time. Right? The Jets got rid of Aaron Rodgers for Justin Fields. All right. The Vikings got rid of Sam Darnold for J.J. McCarthy. So just because the Bucs wouldn't necessarily want Baker, that doesn't mean Baker couldn't come to the Jets and be good. Vinny Testaverde became a Jet, former number 1 overall pick, played with the Bucs. How'd that work for the Jets, right? You just don't know sometimes. So I like Baker, but I'm not going to say they need to get him or I wouldn't want him. We'll see how it plays out. It's going to be a topic this week because the Bucs are playing the Jets and joint practices starting tomorrow and Wednesday. And then they're playing the first preseason game on Friday. So that's all part of this. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Appreciate everyone who's watching the show. Make sure you vote in our Azzy Awards. Today's Jake Asman Show is brought to you by a brand new sponsor. Listen up, baby. Take a look at your screen right there. See my Ultra pouches? Ultra, now a sponsor of the show. I've been trying out Ultra pouches, and they've been awesome. They help me lock in for a show, get some work done, get some extra energy before a workout. Ultra is a 100% nicotine-free and caffeine-free pouch designed to give you smooth energy, focus, mental clarity without the nicotine or caffeine crash. I had one before the show. After 5 minutes, you feel the energy pick up immediately. So it's been super helpful so far. Got a bunch of different flavors. I've only tried 2 of them so far. I'm holding them in my hand, the winter green one. And then I tried the cool mint one, but they sent me like 5 of them. So I will report back over time. But I can tell you, this stuff's great. Got a promo code if you want to try it for yourself. 15% off at takeultra.com with the promo code Asman at checkout. After you order, they're going to ask where you heard about Ultra. Just say you heard about it on the Jake Asman Show. Again, the website with promo code Asman, takeultra.com. That's TAKE ultra.com. Promo code Asman at checkout. All right, let's get to your calls on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. Ladies and gentlemen, first up today is...
I, the Chuck Wagon, call all Asmaniacs here to follow Overlord Nightbot and join the Nightbot army. Together we can put an end to Beastbreaker and his filth he calls the Deadly Dark Alliance. With myself and Barbarossa, we are looking for 2 more strong individuals to become generals in the Nightbot army. Salvation awaits. All hail Overlord Nightbot.
Hello, Jake.
Hello, Chuck Wagon.
I just want to say, around 7:45 this morning, our base of operations lost power. It was a sneak attack by the Deadly Alliance, but thankfully, with myself and Corporal Hungry Hippo, we were able to push back those scum. And I'm happy to say that there were no casualties and we are all safe. That's a dirty trick, Beastbreaker, that you pulled. I know you were leading it. You failed. There's no way you can get the drop on me. And Purple Belt Mike, I saw that you're in the chat. We're looking for 2 more generals. I want you to join me and be one of our generals. So if you're on, please call in and accept this invitation into the army.
Beastbreaker writes in, all lies made up by a casino cheating scumbag.
Well, the only one that cheats is the casino themselves. I don't cheat. If I did, I'd be thrown out immediately. Everything I do is fair game.
Beast, like Robo Beast.
You're a liar. As Gorilla Monsoon once said, you're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar.
Okay.
You're a bad liar.
Well, you can say whatever you want, but you didn't take us down.
Monkey see, monkey do. Except you're
Attention, Beast. I have reached out to your queen and offered her my hand in marriage. She will be my queen, you tub of shit! Hey, butter ass! Not only do I have that gambling degenerate chuckwagon, but I just got a commitment from Mad Max to be in the Nightbot army.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. In the words of Metallica, all those dreams were all nothing but laughter. Come, tell me all your lies.
About Mike, he loves the Dark Knight. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that purple belt Mike. Purple belt Mike. It might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
Oh, fuck.
Are you there, PBM? What did you do, Beast? Did you do this? Are you trying to steal Purple Belt Mike from me?
You're a funny man, you know. As Roddy Piper once said, you're a funny man, Charlie Brown. Did you ever hear that? You're a funny man, you little Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown has more hair on his head than I do. I am not him.
Don't think Beastbreaker is not stupid, folks. His ass is so big, it covers 2 zip codes. Time to throw his flabby tits in the hole.
I respectfully decline Chuckwagon. Beast, I'm on Beast's side here. Because, well, I'm just choosing Beast. So, if you want to have your own general, do whatever, that's fine. But I am not going to go against Beast. He needs some people in his corner. It looks like TBF, the big fella's in his corner. So, I'm rocking with Big Fella. I'm rocking with Beast. And I'm going to take his side. I don't know what happened with this Nightbot shit. I've been out for 5 days. I've been playing Gears of War E-Day, so I haven't been doing anything else really. So I'm just going to put that in there.
Well, if you're unmotivated and all you do is play video games, you can side with Beast. I want people who are active.
You're not
You're
not hardcore
you
enough.
will be sorry.
The only sorry you'll be seeing is a one-way ticket straight to hell.
I don't know if he's gonna go to hell, Beast. I mean, that's a little crazy, don't you think?
I'm more
salvation
crazier.
Awaits me.
The only
salvation awaits me.
The only salvation you'll be waiting for is the train wreck that comes at the end of your tunnel.
Nightbot here again. I'm coming for you, Jason. Your chat messages are like a bag of dicks to me. I will destroy your fat ass.
I am Nightbot. I am the global enforcer, and I am the leader of the chat. Beastbreaker 666, you will bow down to your master.
You know who you'll be bound to? These nuts. That's because, as someone once said, I got a pinwheel for you. So you can go ahead and blow me.
Chuckwagon, that's a lot of strong talk you have there, my friend.
You mean
if he's back, I'd like to have him on.
You mean hot air?
That's all right. I got no problems with the wagon, but I'm definitely motivated.
Well, I don't buy casino cheating
man.
scoundrels who cheat their way through life and they think they're God's gift, winning 30 grand.
No, that's not true, Beast. He didn't cheat.
It's already improved.
Gambling is fair.
I got my boys, and I got 2 boys that know all the statistics.
I mean, it's not cheating.
Always remember, if you don't have the statistics, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah. You could also say, "Don't tell me I'm not stupid."
That's correct. That's basically correct. Don't tell me I'm not that stupid, because we all can see what he's all about. See, always read between the lines. Always don't think I'm not stupid, son.
Great quote from Beast. Beast just said, quote, "Don't think I'm not stupid."
Damn right. And this, my folks, get your brand new Ultimate T-shirt.
PBM, let me ask you one question.
Yeah, what's
Don't
up,
you
dude?
want more in life? Don't you want to be more than just a purple belt?
Well, I was injured for a year, and now I'm back. So probably another year, I'll get my brown belts, and so I'll be training unless I get hurt again. Hopefully, I don't get hurt again. I've been through enough injuries, but yeah, man.
With the training
I'm
of
back.
Nightbot, you will not be injured again. You'll be invincible.
I don't need no one to train me but my instructor. I'm good.
We got instructors.
Look, Chuck,
we got stars here.
I don't got problems with you, man. I don't, like everyone ganging up on Beast. It's all good, though.
Party's up, Valley.
We can still be
look,
friends.
you
It
may look like Joe
other.
Satriani, but you're still not up to speed par. See,
It doesn't got to
big
be
difference.
one or the other, man. You can be friends with anybody. I like to be friends with everybody.
I respect you, PBM. You're a worthy adversary.
I'm not an adversary. I'm an ally. It's just I'm choosing Beast side for this. But when you were winning 30K, I wanted you to win 60. Hell, I would have helped you. You know what I mean?
Anybody hungry? We got some really great food here today. We got broccoli and pasta vazul, homemade chili, and this is what the Jets do today. The Jets today definitely win.
I don't need. I'm sorry, I don't need that.
You gotta show. You gotta show the people the shit that happened to me today. You gotta show them. People that don't know, Gen Z fucked. Oh my god, Beast. Gen Z fucked us, dude. I went to an Italian deli, right? And the girl, the clerk, she must have been, I don't know, 18 years old. She didn't know what an Italian hero was. All right. I got a major fucking problem with Gen Z. I usually go to this spot for breakfast. It's an Italian deli on Long Island. The Gen Z did not know what an Italian hero is. Are we crazy? You don't know what an Italian hero is? It's an Italian fucking deli. You don't know what an Italian hero is? She's like, oh, like a little Italy, like one of those things with chicken cutlets and shit on it. I said, no, I need super side, capricole, pepperoni. She goes, a super what? I said, nah, I'm good. We're failing. Gen Z, we're not going to make it. We can't even do a sandwich. We can't even go to an Italian deli to get an Italian hero. We are failing as a society. Something's got to change. Gen Z, do better. This sucks.
Time out.
Crazy.
Gen Z doesn't know what the hell they're doing. First of all, they haven't had the people skills up to date yet. They're lacking in departments when it comes to food.
Beast,
we have
answer the question. Beast, don't you think it's a prerequisite if you are at an Italian deli to know what an Italian hero is? You think that might be like the most common thing that gets
That is the easiest fucking thing to figure out.
What are we doing
How
here?
in the hell could you not figure out an Italian hero? I mean, come on, man.
You shouldn't have asked me. You should just Google it if you don't know. Or ask somebody else. I don't know. But whatever. I got to eat dinner now. So I'll catch you guys later.
I just ate a salad. I'm trying to peace out, brothers.
Eat a salad. Hell yeah.
Hey, salad is a salad as long as it's good enough. If you morons don't know what an Italian hero is, you need to go look it up. But if you want a real man sandwich, go to Giovanni's Italian Deli and go get your mama's ass. And that includes a chicken cutlet with meatball and sausage with a fresh schmutz and a fresh marinara sauce. And that's a real sandwich. If you want
Hey,
sandwiches,
butter ass! Not only do I have that gambling degenerate chuck wagon, but I just got a commitment from Mad Max to be in the Nightbot Army.
Can you hear me?
Who cares? Who gives a rat's ass? Who cares?
Beast, let Robo Beast.
I'm glad PVM, after missing 5 days of the show, is all caught up on what we've been doing around here. Also, Mike, we hit 50,000 subscribers, so that was big. You missed that as well. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching the show live, like the video. Make sure you vote in the ASI Awards Rookie of the Year Part 1. Up for grabs. The top 2 advance to the final group. Tomorrow on the show, the next group of 4, featuring the Rooster, Mad Max, Doc, Jeff Fan, and Mimosa, will narrow it down to 2. But right now, the top 2 in the voting, Lou B, 40% of the vote right now. Second place, Derek the Kansas Jet Fan. Third place, Amanda Madison. Fourth place, The Dream. But while it looks like Lou is pretty much a lock at this point to be one of the 2, Derek's at 22%, Amanda's at 20%, and The Dream's at 19%. So the top 2 advance to the final for Rookie of the Year. So make sure you get your votes in. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our next caller.
You saw my hat? Yeah. And if you need anyone to drive you, I got you, Gino. I got you. Gino, you look great. I got you.
He is Lou B, who joins us now. Hello, Lou.
Jake, I love the people I'm in competition with, but I dealt with shit in B sub. If that didn't earn me number 1, I don't know ever will.
Well, you're in a good spot, Lou. It does appear like you're in the driver's seat to advance to the final.
Thank you, everyone who voted for me. I appreciate it. I mean, nobody went through what I went through. Not one plumber. That was 2. And didn't that win too? The competition?
Yes.
It won. So
Beast Bathtub did win in overtime over USPS.
So I deserve a few votes for that, but I appreciate anyone who voted. And obviously, I love my competition. These are all my good friends too. So
Beast says, "Look, enough of the bathtub." Beast, we can't just say enough of the bathtub. It's a defining moment in the history of the show.
It is, and I just want to say I am on Beast side versus Nightbot all the way. I am part of Beast Alliance, and I will not waver. Period. Nightbot is the enemy.
What are your thoughts on Chuckwagon, a man that you welcomed into your casino?
See, this is what happens.
Leaders of the Nightbot army.
Jake, when people make money, they change, and this just proves it. Right? This guy went up $130,000 in the casino, which I'm in the casino right now. I'm still trying to find out the real number.
You're there on a Monday? What's going on a Monday night?
So tonight is the DJ convention. It's like mobile DJs, and I do the event for them every year. It's like my 5th year of doing it for them. So there's like 800 DJs that do like weddings and bar mitzvahs and whatnot. And it's a convention, and I do the after party at the nightclub at night. So that's why I'm here.
I have some questions on this. This is interesting to me because I go to like radio, conferences, or I spoke at a sports media one last month. At a DJ convention like this, what is there to discuss? Like, what song do you play for the bride and groom when they come out?
Well, it's what the changes in weddings, the changes in equipment. Pioneer sponsors it. It's a mobile business is a massive business. Think about every wedding or occasion that goes on. They set up these like little DJ booths and stuff, and big ones. It's like wedding bands. So there's a lot. I guess I don't go to the convention. I just throw the party for these.
Now, who DJs the party though? Who's like the supreme DJ that they get?
It's funny you say that. So this guy named Jelly Bean Benitez, which is a legendary DJ. It's like saying some, legendary, like Joe Namath to these guys. So he DJs the party tonight. So that's the DJ you need to get for the DJs.
Wow, that's fascinating.
So there'll be a lot of people here, but that's it. I'm excited for camp. I'm going to camp on Wednesday. We invited you to come on Friday with us. The invitation still stands, Chef.
I might come to tailgate. I'm considering it because I don't know if I'll do an afternoon show Friday. So maybe I'll come and tailgate, and then I'll come home and watch the actual game so I can just get my show started right when the preseason game's done.
Why not just leave at halftime? You'll still get home in time.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna have to be watching the game on my phone, charting Bailey Zappi passes.
Yeah, I understand. So I think the first 2 quarters are really what matters. I think the last. I actually always say to the end of the games, and it's hard for me to stay at a 4th quarter of a preseason. It's like, who are these people playing?
If the weather's supposed to be nice, because then I'll consider at least coming for a tailgate.
All right, so let's check that out right now. Anyone in the chat can see the weather for us? Should be faster than I am. But I have MetLife right on my phone as always. And it's going to be 87 degrees.
Nice and toasty.
Sunny, 87 degrees. Let them see that weather now because they will not see that weather during game time. It'll be raining and cold, coldest place in the world. But Jake, what's going on with this Nightbot attacking Beast every day? I mean, he already had Max as an enemy, and now Nightbot has to come. Like, this is a lot for this guy to deal with.
The thing is, though, the Nightbot doesn't know who he's up against.
You dare think that I'm not stupid? You can't wash my ass or shine my boots or lick my flabby tits without me beating your rusty cage first, dickbag.
Beast, you getting him, man. You are fucking crushing Nightbot.
He's easy. He's a crybaby. He has no balls. But the only schnozzle that he has is when he's sitting in his mama's basement when he's playing with himself in the front of the computer and going, "Eeeh."
Does a robot have a mama?
Yeah. When he's that's right. Yeah, you figured that out. It didn't take a genius to figure it out. And I bet he's watching Dennis the Menace right now. You know which version. Not the cartoon version. That's one of my favorite versions. He's probably watching the 1950s version of Dennis the Menace. Because he's weak.
Did you not vote for Lou B?
Whoa.
Is this true?
What, he voted for Amanda?
Rookie of the Year. Did you vote for Amanda over Lou B?
Beast.
You think I did enough screaming for one day today?
Wait.
I'll let you two discuss this.
Hold on, Beast. Did you pick a woman over your boy? Tell me the truth. The truth is all I want.
I'm under a lot of pressure right now.
Just tell me the truth. You know I'm going to ask you later when you call me. Just tell me the truth. I respect you more if you tell me the truth. I'm still on your side.
Look, I'm under a lot. I really
No. I know about all the pressure you're under. We talk every single day. I know every single pressure you're dealing with. I just want to know if you picked a woman over your boy.
I'm stuck under so much pressure right now. I'm under a lot
Big
of pressure.
fella. Big fella, I want to tell you, I think Big Fella is the worst therapist in the history of therapy. I love you, Big Fella, but you know how I feel. The therapy, how does this guy pick a woman over me? I can't understand it. You really voted for Amanda? Where was Amanda when you needed her in Chicago? I can't believe this. To all the guys in this chat that know how it feels for your buddy to pick a woman over you, this is like canceling on us when we're going on a trip, Beast. And I'm the one putting together this bowling tournament for you versus Max so you could prove yourself. Did you ask Max who's on his team? You didn't do the national anthem with the guitar we spoke about. I don't know, man. I can't believe you picked Amanda. Amanda, I need to see the results. I got to see it. God forbid he didn't pick Amanda. Beast, just tell the truth. You can't lie. You can't lie to your guy.
I've had a lot on my hands lately, and I'm not happy lately. Let's see, this morning, you think that was bad enough this morning what I had to put up with?
I know, but you had a choice to pick a woman over your guy. So just say that you picked Amanda. That's all I'm asking. Just say it.
I just picked Amanda. I don't know why, but
okay.
All right. Pressure. I'm under a lot of pressure. Everyone just get off my goddamn back. Look, you don't think I got enough problems?
Pressure? This is not pressure. No. This is a clear choice. Who's on your side more than me? Who's on your side more than me?
It's just I got enough on my mind.
I know, but you cannot pick a woman over your guy. This is like bros code. This is bros code. Big fella, you're fired. Big fella's fired. That's it. Big fella, I don't know. I just can't understand. Where's all this therapy going? We need our money back from Big fella.
I need to play some worse.
Unbelievable.
Beast, this is shocking. I'm shocked after everything Lou B has done. He's the reason that you're coming to MetLife on October 25th.
I'm trying to cool off right now. I don't need any more stress. I mean, I don't need to be snapping
You
on people
created
like
the stress. This is your stress.
bullshit.
You created this.
He told me last night.
You want me to go James on everybody? Pull James Hetfield from some kind of monster and go,
Hey,
you're talking shit really matters. And
you caused this stress. Now, good thing Amanda is a woman of integrity. She voted for Lou B to cancel out the Beast vote, just like that.
Amanda, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, she's my, you know, I love Amanda. I love Derek. I love everyone. And the Dream is my favorite caller of all callers. But I just can't believe, wait, Jake, this leads me back. This gives me a flashback of when I was told I would be the best man. And then it was consideration. I was told that I was the best man with your wedding, Beast.
So bad.
After everything Lou B did, he couldn't get a vote for Rookie of the Year from you, Beast?
It's fucking incredible, man. This is heartbreaking shit.
And what's this pressure you speak of? Pressure to vote for Rookie of the Year? You vote for Lou.
I'm trying to cool off. I've had enough of it. All this year has been, let's put all the pressure on me. Let's push me to the brink. Let's break my temper.
If this show's too much for you,
anger.
Beast, maybe you got to go on vacation for a little while. If you can't handle the pressure of sitting
He's coming
in
to New York. He's coming to New York with us. Beast, the other thing is he told me that he's kicking Max out of the alliance. Max is not your friend. I'm your friend.
Chuck Wagon says Nightbot would have never done you this dirty, Lou B. There's still time to change your mind.
Beast, can you change your vote, please?
I don't want to hurt my queen. I'm not gonna. I don't want to do that.
You
don't think I don't got enough? You don't think I've had enough for 6 months? Let's really look at it. Taking my little boy to the vet, then having to fight with all the BS. Getting robbed and screwed over so many times. And then having to get suspended, and then having to
Hey,
get
butter ass! Not only do I have that gambling degenerate Chuck Wagon, but I just got a commitment from Mad Max to be in the Nightbot army.
Can you hear me?
Wow.
Now you're making Max join Nightbot. See, Beast, this. Jake, we need to know who's on Max's team on the bowling. There's going to be a bowling competition, and Beast is not like telling you who's on his team.
I don't know if that competition's going to happen, Lou. I mean, who knows if Beast is, going to be able to deal with the pressures of this show and be able to get on the plane to be a part of.
Oh, he's getting on that plane because he plans to meet Amanda.
I'm not backing down. Running away from a fight. I'm not backing down from a fight.
Lou B's now considering joining the Nightbot. Wow.
I said I would never sell you out, Beat. So Beat.
I've had my head split up. I've had my nose mashed. I've had separated shoulders and many other pains. You think it's easy? No, it ain't easy.
Jake, did you take your pill today, Beast? Maybe that's what happened. We figured it out, Jake. He didn't take his pill today.
The old vitamin.
Multivitamin. The old multivitamin. And I just sent him more cards so he can continue to grow his business. Beast, how many cards do you have left?
Right now, the ones that you've sent me, I already have them all in 3 different sections. They're all 3 different sections right now. Yep, they're all lined up.
No, they got to go in people's mailbox. It doesn't need to be in 3 different sections.
We know that.
Do we?
You know that, right?
Beast.
Shocking results today.
Yeah, this is stunning, and unfortunately, what I'm about to do here is not surprising. Beast, look at your screen. This is a $50 Bros Before Holes bounty, as Beast is afraid of the hole, as he already turned off his camera. Beast, we'll see you later.
Now look what you've done. Beast Breaker 666. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to cut your call off and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. Do you understand me? You catch my drift?
Are you seriously on crack? I think
give them another 24 hours to think about it.
How about you bend over and taking up the booty hole behind the 7-Eleven?
Man, Lou, this hold on. This guy a little crazy. You're on mute.
Jetstream, I can't believe you just did that. It's gonna make night hell.
Did we get another so Now I'm dealing with two
Whoa.
bounties. This came from JQuest, and now Jetstream says for Lou B, he deserves it. Now, Jetstream, do you want me to give Lou B the raffle entries here? Because the bounty was from JQuest. $100 is double the bounty here. So I'll figure out what Jetstream wants to do. You might have some entries for a Wayne Corbett signed jersey, though, Lou.
Let's go, Jetstream. I appreciate that, but this is getting crazy. I did not think that this call was going to lead to finding out I've been stabbed in the back, Jake. I've been stabbed in the back.
This really is shocking to me because of all the people that have done things for Beast. I mean, Lou B has gone above and beyond for him not to vote for you. Thank God Amanda voted for you to cancel it out. Just
We don't even talk about all the other stuff. The other stuff is just forget all the other zillion things. So the bathtub is a small thing. This is crazy to me to hear this. This man vents to me every single morning. I walk into Dunkin' Donuts. He actually knows that I'm there. He's like, "You're at Dunkin' Donuts." I'm like, "I'm at Dunkin' Donuts, Beast." He knows the person that works at the Dunkin' Donuts. He's met her on my phone. He orders for me sometimes, and then he picks Amanda over me. This shit's crazy.
Oh, it's tough. Maybe you could talk some sense into him. We'll go to
I'm going to call him later. Beast, pick up the phone. Whoa. Beast, pick up the phone. Where's Big Fella? Can Big Fella call in? I mean, that's what we're really talking about right now. I just want to know what type of therapy he's using on Beast to do such a thing to me. I didn't deserve this, Beast. I did not deserve it. Of all the guys, he had to vote for his queen, Amanda. Yeah, exactly how Nightbot planned it. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Brigga, you're in his alliance. He has you in his alliance. You're one of his top guys. Beast, this is crazy. We've been trying to build the alliance, Beast, not trying to break it down. We've been working on building this alliance. Beast, pick up the phone. Beast, turn your camera off. Beast, this is crazy. I don't even know what to say anymore. How about them Jets? You saw my hat? Yeah. And if you need anyone to drive you, I got you, Gino. I got you. Gino, you look great. I got you.
Lou, I'm stunned by what we learned today.
Jake, this was kind of shocking. I was calling this was supposed to be a happy call.
Hopefully you guys can repair your friendship and we'll move forward somehow.
God only knows, Jake. God only knows. He said he's bringing the blue. He went down to the Titanic where the ship sunk. He swam down there and he got the jewel and he has it for Amanda. He's going to bring it to the tailgate.
Well, we know that Amanda's going to get his vote seemingly every time. You guys might advance together here. Let's see if Amanda can mount a comeback. Right now, it's you and the Dream.
I love the Dream, too. He's my favorite caller, by the way. I can listen to the Dream all day. It's amazing that this man drives tractor trailers with propane in it Monday to Friday, and then from Friday to Saturday, he just drinks straight through. And Sunday, he takes one day to recover, and then he's back with the propane tanker on I-95 back and forth. Makes me feel real safe. The community's real safe. That the Dream with one lens, who I love, by the way, I love Dream, is, wait.
Beast is calling you?
He's calling. Hello? Are you there? I think you owe me an apology.
I don't want to turn my back on people. I think it's funny, you know. That's all I get for thing one.
We need Big Fella Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a licensed/unlicensed therapist for Beast, you got him.
He's home, his bell is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, his bell is on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. He calls the show, his bell is on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, he loves the jets, super jets. He's a big fella, sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. That's a big fella.
Big
Hey, what's up,
fella, this
man?
shit's gone off the rail, bro.
This fucking phone, bro.
This has gone off the rail.
Let me call back in.
Beast, you need to relax.
Oh, my bad.
Big fella, I can hear you.
Oh, I know.
This is an
It's
emergency,
crazy.
bro.
My phone is glitching a bit. All right, cool.
This is an emergency. This is like
Bro, I didn't tell him. First of all, what's funny is you think I get paid, bro.
Big fella, you got to do something.
Let me call back in because my phone is really choppy.
Beast, you need to calm down. I was joking. It's fine. This is crazy, Jake. What? Release the beast. Beast, you're out of the hole. You just got bailed out. You're out. You're out. You're out. You're out. You're back. Big fella's waiting for you. Come back to the show. You're out of the hole. You're out of the hole. No. Where you going? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But
What's going on?
A lot. Go back.
Where is it? Where is this guy?
Oh, he's blowing his nose right now.
Oh shit.
All right, Beast, go back to the show. Beast, go back to the show. You're out of the hole.
Beast, get back on the show, man.
All right, I hung up on that. Big fella, how much you made this year of this therapy?
Dude, I'm doing this gratis, bro. This is
I
pro
thought
bono.
like 150,000 a year.
This is pro bono, bro.
Big fella, you need to talk to him. This shit has gone off the rails. I don't know. I was just calling in to say hello. I did not think this was going to happen.
How could he not vote for you, bro?
I don't even bring that up.
Well, it looks like we have a lot of work to do. Beast, get back on the show, man.
Jake, can you bring it back on? You're out of the hole, Beast. You're out of the hole.
He's not on hold. So I don't know where Beast is.
Oh, my God. I just heard
Jesus.
something really loud go on. Call him back.
Oh, no.
Unbelievable. Beast, come back on the show. I know you're watching.
Yeah, he's in the chat. He wrote, "You people are sick."
All right, he's back on.
Beast, call back in.
Get back on camera. We need to talk. Okay?
Beast, come back on the show.
Get back on camera. We need to talk.
Beast, come back on the show.
We got to teach you about bros before hoes.
Yes. We do.
I don't think he likes that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's been freed from the hole. It's
You're out.
time
You're out.
to say hello to the Beast.
All right. Hey, buddy. What's going on? What's going on?
Stop it. Thank you.
Stop. First of all, listen. Stop crying. Hey. Stop. Listen.
I forgive you. I was just playing.
It's all for fun, dude. Stop
good.
crying. I understand you're upset with that you voted for Amanda instead of Lou B, but you don't want to upset Amanda and stuff like that. That's something else we got to talk about. But you need to chill out. You shouldn't be crying about this shit. You hear? You hear what I'm saying? I don't hear your voice, bro.
I'm trying to realize
all right. I understand. You'll be okay. Look, you got a lot of stuff going for you. All right. Lou B should be your best man for your wedding.
That you promised me.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
He should
take
be
away.
He should be the best man for your wedding. Even though he trashes me as a therapist, he should still be your best man at the wedding, bro.
You're in the wedding party too, big fella.
Oh, well.
He already told me.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're also part of his alliance.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
You're in this family.
Beast, we can't have you going against Nightbot looking like this, bro. Nightbot's tough, man. He's recruiting people all over. Chuck Wagon, his general, tried to get PBM, man.
Wow.
You got to be strong, man. Like who's your favorite wrestler? All time.
All right. Well, I've always said Bret the Hitman Hart, but unfortunately lately,
fine.
sound like the Undertaker when
Let's stick. Okay. You don't want to know something? Stick with being an Undertaker, all right? You got to be strong like him. You think the Undertaker's crying when he's going against Yokozuna or some shit? No. You got to be tough, bro. Right?
You dare think that I'm not stupid? You can't wash my ass or shine my boots or lick my flabby tits without me beating your rusty cage first, dickbag.
That's what you need to do to him.
That's what he's doing.
That's what you
Nightbot's
need-
going down.
That's what you need to do, bro. Nightbot's got to go down.
You're in the alliance, right, big fella? Against
Oh,
Nightbot?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, Beast, you got all your friends here.
Enforcer. Beastbreaker 666. Stop simping for Amanda in the chat.
Hey,
shut up.
Hey, bitch.
Nightbot, you got to stop that shit.
Hey, yo, Blowhard. I got a bigger present for you. You know where it is? It's these nuts, bitch.
We need to find out.
And I'm the
we need to find out.
satanic bastard that's going to put you under commission due to the Iron Shirva and the Deacon Trilogy. See, I know something about the satanic worship because I've read it in high school.
Beast, like Robo Beast.
And like usual, that took about 5 minutes, and now he's back to being Beast. Well done, gentlemen.
All right, Jake, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. If you're losing, if you went down from 50,000 to like 48,000, I get it.
I think that this is a perfect show to celebrate 50,000 subscribers on this channel.
We need to find out who's behind that mask of Nightbot down
Yeah,
there.
we got to find out.
We got to find out.
Be careful.
So,
shit has gone off the rails. I just should hang up now. The Beast is normal. Jake, have a great day.
Oh,
I hope you come
congrats.
to the game.
You're on your way.
now
to
define
Atlanta.
normal.
No, I don't know, but thank you, every single person who voted for me. I appreciate it, and me and Beast are gonna talk.
All right.
You guys have a
Sounds good,
great
bro.
day.
All right, you too, man.
Later, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lou B and the big fella.
Don't think I'm not stupid, son.
Great quote from Beast. Beast just said, quote, "Don't think I'm not stupid."
Damn right. And this, my folks, get your brand new Ultimate T-shirt.
Don't think I'm not stupid. Wise words said by the Beast. Donna, not on Team Beast, says Beast the tribal chief would not cry. Team Nightbot. So Donna in the raffle for two. Thank you, Donna. Last call to get in on the raffle. I didn't forget about Boomtown re-upping his membership. He's in for one. Thank you, Boom. Great work with the Azzy Awards as we're in the home stretch. The top two will advance. Make sure you vote right now. Lou B's on his way. He's got 40%. 23% to the Dream. 19% to Amanda, 18% to Derek. So there's still a chance for either Amanda or Derek to overtake the Dream. But right now, the top two are Lou and the Dream. They will advance to the final round tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow morning, you'll vote between the Rooster, Mad Max, Doc Jet Fan, and Mimosa for the Rookie of the Year. Beast, are you going to be voting for Mad Max?
Hell no! Oh, hell no!
Yeah, I didn't think you were. All right. Last chance to get in on the Asmaniac raffle. Wayne Krebet signed jersey is the top prize. Jetstream, I got you down for 20. So if you win, you can tell me what you want to do with the prize. J-Quest, your bounty on Beast, I got you in for 10. What a show. What a program. Hopefully Beast is able to spin the Wheel of Champions. By the way, for those of you who are channel members, I posted my full segment on NBC last night. And if you're Patreon members, you could watch it there as well. Full segment, half of it's Giants talk, half of it's Jet talk from last night's sports final. You'll see some clips going around our socials as well. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the Wheel of Champions, I was sent a very disturbing image that I need clarity on. I'm told that Beastbreaker met with the president of China. Is this true, Beast?
Are you highly super intoxicated on crack cocaine?
Is this why you wouldn't say USA all the way because you're a commie?
Jesus, son of a bitch and Christ. Seriously? You know, next month when I go get my blood work and they're all saying, "Oh, you really lost your temper." I'm like, "No shit, I've lost my temper."
So this is a fake
What are you gonna do when my blood pressure is 200, huh? You think I'm gonna drop dead?
All you have to say is, "This is not me. I'm an American."
Oh shit!
Come on, you can't even say this is not you.
You want to fake AI that? You're lucky I don't pull a Ric Flair and
say this is not me. I'm an American.
You're lucky I'm not Ric Flair. I'm lucky I'm not going to.
You can't say it. This is you.
Gonna strangle you. Have to dead. You're lucky I don't pull a Ric Flair and wind up in there with a turnbuckle and be like.
Well, on that note, maybe that was Beast. I don't know. Jetstream says, give my raffles to Lou B. Jetstream, that is incredibly kind of you. Everyone give it up for Jetstream. 20 entries to Lou B. Lou B with a chance to win a signed Wayne Corbett jersey.
You saw my hat? Yeah. And if you need anyone to drive you, I got you, Gino. I got you. Gino, you look great. I got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to the raffle shortly. But first, let's declare a winner in our first of two Rookie of the Year semifinalists as he polls. The winner, our top two advancing to the final tomorrow afternoon, are dun dun dun. Where's my music? Lou B and The Dream. Lou B, 41%. The Dream, 23%. Amanda Madison, 19%. Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, 17%. So The Dream and Lou B advance to the final. And the top two from the Rooster, Mad Max, Doc Jet fan, and Mimosa, they will meet our two winners from today in our show tomorrow afternoon. So congrats to Dream and Lou B. Congrats to all the nominees. Absolutely incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for the Wheel of Champions to be spun? First, a couple super chats here. Austin Jet says, put me in. Team Beast. Beast, what would you like to say to Austin Jets? He's a supporter of yours. I can't hear you. Brian Morales says, put me in. Brian, Chef Brian, you're in for two as well. All right. We're just about ready to spin said Wheel of Champions. Just about ready. Is the master of raffle ceremony able to take us there, though? That's the question. I don't have the answer. We're all going to find out together right now.
Don't think I'm not stupid, son.
Great quote from Beast. Beast just said, quote, don't think I'm not stupid.
Damn right. And this, my folks, get your brand new Ultimate T-shirt.
Now, no energy. This is not good.
Austin 316 is telling you right now, we're going to roll this wheel. We're going to get a winner right now. And I'm going to say what Austin 316 said. I just whipped your ass. Now roll the wheel and let's get a winner. 3, 2, 1. Take it away, Jack.
Thanks, Lord Ass. It's time for that daily Asmaniac raffle.
Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Okay, thank you, Beast. I got some last-second entries here, so I have to make sure this is right. Big thank you to Cisco. He says, put Beast in with these. To Cisco, if your name comes up, we'll credit it to Beast. Very kind of you. We got Chef Brian added. I accounted for that. We got Austin Jets in there. Hold on. Did we get Donna songs? I need to add Donna. These all came in at the end, which is appreciative, but slows me down a little bit here. Donna songs, let me put you in for 2. Stand by. Thank you again to Donna. 1, 2. Shuffle of names. Beautiful. All right. We got Jetstreams in there for Lou. Wonderful. All right. Here we go, folks. Good luck to everyone. Thank you for your support. Oh, you know what? I'm glad I checked. Colin Wolford. We forgot your entry at the very beginning, Colin. No membership left behind around here. All right. Shuffle of names. We got 78 across our 2 shows today. Big thank you to everyone for their support. But only one of you can win a signed Wayne Corbett jersey. And the winner of the jersey is Major Poonage. How about that? Some good karma for Beast, because Poonage paid the bail for the Beast to return from the hole.
Beast, like Robo Beast.
Anything you want to say to Major Poonage?
Congrats.
Anything you want to say to Amanda Madison?
We try our best, but let's shoot let's get this done. August 28th, Jets versus Giants, 6:30 Eastern Bell Time. Be there and get your tickets now. August 21st, Steelers versus Jets in Pittsburgh. Get your tickets now, 6:30 Eastern Bell Time.
I called in to check in, make sure you're okay.
You see my eyes?
You can't let yourself get so worked up over these things.
I've been pushed. This morning, I really unleashed hell on that little troll, and then he really went way too far on certain things. Like he overstepped the boundaries that went way across the lines.
Good job.
Oh, I don't want to hear that voice.
Well, just know that we all care about you.
Can you hear me?
And are just kidding around. Luby, clearly is a huge fan of yours because he's done so much for you.
Yeah, I know. And I got pushed really hard. I mean, I didn't want to. I felt like today was too much. And I'm trying to have a nice day. No, I got to be treated like trash. For 6 months, I've been getting treated like trash. Having to take my little boy to the vet, get treated like trash during the tournament.
Joey?
He's doing good. He's right now. He's taking his nap right now because in about 1 hour he's gonna get his fresh apple. I've been giving him fresh apples every day. He likes the good stuff, the cosmic apple, the sugar bee apple, and he also likes the honey crisp. Anything that's non-GMO related, like 3s or 9s, those are non-GMO. 4s are GMO. I already know that because I've studied that, and I've learned that if you don't get the right stuff, animals won't live, and that's why I get the non-GMO stuff.
Please, why don't you end the stream with a little Jets chant for the amazing Asmaniacs? Also,
one more. There's only one more thing I gotta say too. On Friday night, August 14th at 6:30 bell time, get ready for the Jets versus the Bucks. Are we ready to go there? Tickets are on sale still at the door, 6:30 bell time. And remember, folks, Jets preseason football. Get ready for the ride. As Aaron Glenn once said, we're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
I am the global enforcer. Beastbreaker 6.
Get the fuck out of here, bitch boy.
It's embarrassing.
No, it's not. You own shit.
I am Nightbot. I I am the
Yeah,
global
yeah.
enforcer.
You know who your name is?
Beastbreaker
Bitch boy,
666.
twat
You
face.
have 4 championship belts.
No,
not
sonny
35,
boy.
according to my database.
Yeah, right.
Ha,
You
ha,
have nothing.
Ha, ha, Tubby. No one is afraid of your lipstick, Uncle
You're a
Vincenzo.
twat. You're nothing but a schoolboy's twat.
Is hard at work recruiting my army. Our latest recruit is Mad Max. You're lost, Tubby. Stop simping for Amanda. She is not your queen. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah,
Bow
right.
down.
Hey, Asmaniacs, make sure to hit the like button and keep on supporting the Jake Asman Show.
That's right, Beast. If you don't subscribe to Jake Asman Show, the Jets will never win another game. Go Jets!